Shit, I was on mute the whole time. Damn. What I got going, man? Happy Sunday. Everybody out there. What y'all honest opinion on what y'all think between college football and NFL? Me personally, I think I'm more of a college football anyway, to be honest with you. College football to me, I feel like up until the NIL came in, I feel like college football was more of a especially at that time, because they basically kids playing for the sport, and they're trying to become professionals. But granted, it never really up until NIL. Now it's players staying to their mid-20s compared to players who've been in the league for about 4 or 5 years. So yeah, man. But NFL, I never been to a professional game. So I can't really say. I ain't never really been to a professional game, but I've been to a college football game at an arena, and it's lit. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's definitely lit. Y'all make sure that subscribe, hit that like. But yeah, it's definitely a feel though, man. I enjoy it. Like college football, I feel like it's more like of a loyalty to a team. More to me, bragging rights for sure. But NFL, even though it's professional, like I said, it's more of a it's a different kind of feel. I'm not. It's kind of hard to explain how, but it's definitely a different kind of feel. But I'd rather pick college football, but that's just me. Cause then at that point you start to know the players in college. That way you can know them in the NFL. Like a lot of players, like Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, all these players that played in college, we probably remember seeing them play. Tua, Jalen Hurts, we remember watching them play in college. That's how we build familiarity with them. And that's kind of hard it's kind of hard with players compared to NBA and NCAA basketball. Because most of those be one and done. And we don't really get a chance to know the player like that much once they get into the NBA. Like it's rare that players stay like a full 4 years in basketball and then go to the league. It's kind of rare. But like I said, compared to NFL and college football, up until NIL came in, I think it was kind of more because you gotta at least stay 2 years. You can't go into the league till you're a junior in college football. So you can skip or forego your senior year to go to the NFL. But you get a chance to during those 3 years, you get a chance to know these players. Think about it in this Ron Williams, that dude was he just turned 18 or 19, whatever, however old. Y'all make sure you hit that like and subscribe. But yeah, man, I just rather choose college football. And it's been to me, I remember a lot of more epic college football games. I watched the whole Alabama versus LSU in 2011. I watched the Alabama versus LSU in 2019. I watched the kick six. I watched the Auburn, Cam Newton take over Iron Bowl. I watched all that. Like, I was there to witness all those games. Even games that even didn't feature my team, like the Georgia Auburn game from 2013. I remember watching that. Like all these like games, bro. That Georgia, was it Georgia? Georgia, Tennessee? When they threw that Hail Mary. I think it was Georgia, Tennessee, because that game was crazy too. I remember watching that. But college football, I feel like they got more like epic games too. Now there's been some epic NFL games too. For the most, like, you know, but it's just that when compared to the college football during that time, up until like recently, it felt like they weren't just playing for the like the, you know, they was, the money wasn't really a factor. Even probably enough it was a factor in some cases. I'm not gonna say that players wasn't getting paid before NIL, because they definitely was getting paid, especially in the SEC. I'm SEC biased, but I could definitely like agree that we was playing players under the table to play for our teams. But now that it's an even playing field, like I said, it just feels different. But it's still, like I said, a lot of players will be like, I mean, a lot of people will be like, college football, they rather prefer college football than NFL. There's a lot of people that I know that don't have an NFL team. Like me, I got an NFL team. But, you know, college football just feel like it's a different atmosphere. It definitely feel like it's a different atmosphere. Y'all make sure you hit that like and subscribe. But yeah, I remember, like I said, man, some of those games, you could tell, like in college football especially, like you could tell who's gonna be in the NFL, who gonna be playing on Sunday. Even the announcers, the commentators will even say that during the game. Like that 2019 Alabama versus LSU, if you go back and look at that whole roster on both sides and see how many people was gonna go to the, like, in a year or two, all these players were gonna be playing on Sundays, which is crazy. That amount of like talent you could already see projected, and they're not just gonna be mediocre players. They're gonna like be in the league and do something. That's the crazy part. But what the only thing I could give to NFL though, well, I would have to say, the NFL, they'll probably, you could know a player a lot longer. I guess like, cause you could play up until you want to retire, and you know that could be, it's players playing until they like late 30s. So it's a good like 10 or 12 years you could like be playing, and half of it at a high level. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think, though, bro. So y'all let me know. Y'all make sure hit that subscribe button. Probably gonna hop on the game for real. Man, give me something to eat.